Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. I've now been in the crypto space for over 4 years. I've been holding XRP specifically for over 4 years, and I have to tell you that the vast majority of XRP price predictions are utter garbage. Now, look, some of the analysis out there, specifically regarding expectations from technical analysis, expectations in terms of supply and demand, and retail speculators pushing the price up, all this. Some of that can be reasonable, even though nobody knows for sure what the future price of XRP will be. That stuff's not as bonkers. But I'll tell you what does get into crazy land as far as I'm concerned, is when people look at maybe one or two parameters in the real world, make a quick calculation and say, hey, see? And with a fully adopted XRP for this use case or that use case, whatever it's going to be, now XRP is going to be a few $100s or $1,000. And I'll tell you, XRP community member Galgatron, who is no longer participating in the community for almost a year at this point anyway. I'm sure many of you recall him, though, if you've been around for some time. But XRP community member Galgatron used to call this type of these equations, Frankenmath, because it's complete garbage. And so I want to share with you just a few thoughts on this topic. Also, I wanted to share with you that wrapped XRP is now a thing on the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, Binance. So I wanted to say a few things there. I got a few comments from Ripple employee Matt Hamilton. So plenty to talk about here, but before going further, I do want to be clear that I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. So, one thing that I've seen many times over the years is people will take the total of all the annual cross-border payments, which is a lot. I mean, you're talking trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. And you take that, and then you just divide it by the total number of XRP, with the max supply, of course, being 100 billion. But you see, all this does is attempt to calculate if it were possible in one transaction to purchase all the XRP in the world at once, using the total of all the money meant for cross-border transfers annually, and then you just left it in XRP. That's what's attempting to be calculated there. Does that sound remotely reasonable? Well, of course not. And another ridiculous calculation, it's equally silly, is I've seen is to take all of the trillions of dollars locked up in global Nostro accounts. Those are the pre-funded accounts. And you take that, and then you divide that by the roughly 46 billion circulating supply of XRP. So the 46 billion crypto coins XRP. And so this equation attempts to calculate what the price of XRP would be if banks literally took all of the money in their Nostro accounts. Again, those are the pre-funded accounts. And they used all of that money to buy all of the XRP that's in circulation all at once. Now, do you really think banks will take all of the dormant capital in their Nostro accounts, free it up, only to have it locked right back up into all of the XRP on the planet that's in circulation? Well, no, because then you're back in the same situation that you were in, except for you're in a volatile cryptocurrency called XRP. Of course they're not going to do that. It's completely silly. There's all sorts of calculations that when people start to try and figure... And look, I can appreciate the efforts. I can. But when people are trying to figure out, based on total global money flows, internationally, just foreign exchange markets, they're plugging this, they're looking at what the price of XRP has been, they're looking at the total supply, they're looking at the circulating supply of XRP, and then they're just randomly dividing this and that and multiplying this and that. It's a bunch of gibberish. It really, truly is. And it's a futile effort. There are so many moving parts anyway. It's just, it's not going to yield any sort of valuable results here. I mean, the truth is it comes down to supply and demand. It really does in the end. And look, price increases, understand this too, price increases do ultimately result in increased selling pressure, which at some point will result in a lower price point. Understand, the reason that price increases result in increased selling pressure is that the higher the price of an asset goes, in this case XRP, the higher the price of XRP, the more investors who bought earlier and at lower price points are now seeing their sell targets hit. So the more and more of them will sell. And so price goes down when there are more sellers than buyers. And so you just understand these key things. Like, people like to overcomplicate this, but I was arguing this point 4 years ago, in the beginning of 2018, and probably a little bit towards the tail end of 2017, as I was still heavily, and it was my earliest phase of research at that point. I was just spending hours per day looking into this and researching and getting a handle on everything, because I first jumped into crypto in November of 2017. But it really is. I mean, it's just the price of any cryptocurrency will be whatever humans decide it should be. And that's based on buying pressure, just supply and demand. It really is. And so the more people get involved, the more money that flows in. If there's something to this, you should see a trend upward indefinitely, right? And that part is true. We just don't know exactly what the dollar figure is going to be. Excuse me. And so there's this tweet that's been on your screen since the beginning of this video from an individual named Alan, who tagged Ripple employee Matt Hamilton. He's at Hammertoe on Twitter, and wrote the following. Hi, Matt. Someone asked this question on YouTube today. I was hoping to get your take on it. Thanks. And so I don't know where this came from, but it looks like it's just, I don't know if somebody wrote this in the comment section on a YouTube video having to do with XRP, but it doesn't matter, and it's worth talking about. So here's the screen grab from that comment on this unknown YouTube video, whatever it was. It says, question for you. If on-demand liquidity will allow banks to complete transfers without the need to actually own XRP, then, of course, this would obviously increase XRP price, but it would seem logical that valuing XRP as in all the money is really just a misconception. The use of the tokens could theoretically be recycled every 5 seconds and used in another transaction. So, in reality, if hypothetically XRP would be needed for 100% of all cross-border transactions, then the max value would really be the maximum money ever transferred every 5 seconds. Why are some people attempting to make an argument for the value as if it would be used as a single-use token on a yearly basis, not considering, of course, the many other uses of XRP? And so this is kind of what I was talking about. Like, people will take whatever whatever metric they want to look at. Maybe it's the amount of money in Nostra accounts or whatever it is, and then you divide it by the amount of XRP, and then you think, okay, then it would be worth this amount. But it really is just Frankenmath at that point. It's just made up nonsense. It's because here's the thing. Like, and I appreciate the thought process. I'm glad people are thinking through this. There's nothing wrong with thinking through this. So this isn't to tear down anybody that's trying to get to the truth. This is just to have an open, honest discussion. But part of what he wrote here, again, it was, let me jump to the part. This guy wrote, so in reality, if hypothetically XRP would be needed for 100% of all cross-border transactions, then the max value would really be the maximum money ever transferred every 5 seconds. That's not true. That's not how this works. Let me ask you this. When you decided to buy XRP, did you decide how much you'd be willing to spend on XRP based on that equation, based on how much could be transferred every 5 seconds based on what's in the circulating supply or the max supply, either? Have you done that? Do you know anyone on the planet that has done that? And there's like, whoa, this is out of line here. No. We gotta take this metric and then we gotta divide them. No, that's not how it works, folks. The truth of the matter is, it comes down to supply and demand. And so this, what this made me think of? It's the argument that XRP is too fast to ever be worth anything. And it's a bogus argument. And I've debunked it on my channel many times before. And here's fudbingo.com. It's a fun little website here. And so I wanted to highlight just part of this here. But there's this idea that XRP is so fast that the price of XRP wouldn't move up because, if you're zipping it from one exchange to the other, it happens in 5 seconds. And due to the nature of, buy and sell pressure on each exchange, it pretty well evens out. And so there's a number of ways to go about debunking such a thing. The easiest way to go about it is to just look at how humans behave, right? Why are humans buying XRP? Again, I insist. I don't think there's a single human on the planet. If you could find this one human, then you found the unicorn. Fine, I'll be like, okay, you found the unicorn. But I don't think there are any humans that are trying to calculate how fast XRP goes and what it would mean for cross-border payments to determine how much they're willing to pay for XRP. I don't believe anybody's even trying to do that. That's not how humans behave. And in reality, so like, why are people buying XRP? Well, everybody's got their own reasons, but in the end, I do believe this is true. Utility matters and will win the day. So if XRP is functionally useful and XRP is being used in a meaningful way as a bridge currency, then the more people that figure that out, like, wow, there's something to this, the more money will flow into it. Which is why if you go to point number 3 here on FUD Bingo, and they're just debunking this idea of XRP, the price won't rise because XRP is too fast. Here's part of what they wrote. The Forex market is one example to look to for confirmation or a discarding of any fringe theories that you may hear about. The Forex market, that's foreign exchange market, where traders buy and sell currencies, happens very quickly, in seconds, and involves massive volumes. This active trading adds significantly to demand because the traders know that these currencies will be needed due to economic conditions. Given this, we can expect significant speculation to follow utility-driven demand for XRP as well. And so again, to be clear, there's nothing about the mechanics of on-demand liquidity utilizing XRP as a bridge currency that pushes necessarily anyway the price of XRP up, but the indirect result is still going to be there. There will be people that are like, wow, this thing's getting used, which means it's probably going to stick around for a while. Speculation then increases. That's the demand side. And if there are more people jumping in, that pushes the price up over time, right? And so it has nothing to do with how fast XRP is and all this Frankenmath and figuring out, oh my gosh, well, you got to take a look at all of the cross-border transactions globally, and then you got to calculate what it means if XRP completes a transaction every 5 seconds. Like, well, no, that's not what will determine the price of XRP. It's going to be, it's just, again, supply and demand. It really is that simple in the end. All right, now I want to talk about wrapped XRP just briefly here, and I came across this link actually thanks to my fellow XRP YouTuber Crypto Eddie. So credit where it's due, and shout out here. But this is from just a few days ago, January 13th, and this is from Binance's website. Binance, of course, is the largest, as far as I know. I haven't heard an update to the contrary. As I understand it, they're the largest cryptocurrency exchange on the planet by volume. But anyway, so check this out. What is wrapped XRP and how does it work? Wrapped XRP is a token pegged to XRP that can be used on blockchains other than XRP Ledger. The wrapped asset is exchangeable one-to-one with XRP held in reserve by a custodian that facilitates wrapping XRP and unwrapping wrapped XRP. The price of wrapped XRP, which again is WXRP for short, is pegged to XRP due to arbitrage. When the price of wrapped XRP is higher, traders wrap the cheaper XRP and then sell wrapped XRP, lowering its price. When the price of wrapped XRP is lower, traders buy and unwrap WXRP and sell XRP, increasing WXRP's price. And this creates a steady peg between the two tokens. And so it's a similar, so arbitrage is arbitrage, and just that's the reason that you have a global price of XRP or pick your cryptocurrency also, because understand each individual cryptocurrency exchange, it's its own little unique marketplace with a set number of participants, and then there are different participants on a separate cryptocurrency exchange with some amount of overlap, because many people have multiple cryptocurrency exchange accounts, but still they're their own individual little ecosystems effectively. And so if there starts to be an imbalance of XRP or pick your cryptocurrency from one exchange to the next, then people will start to notice that. Like, imagine if you've got XRP and you can buy it on an exchange for 70 cents, but then there's another exchange where the going rate's 75 cents. Well, if you notice that there's this gap all of a sudden, then you can buy cheap XRP for 70 cents, move it to the exchange where it's going for 75 cents, and sell it there at a profit, right? And then that adds additional pressure on the other side, and so eventually the it levels back out there. And so it's the same arbitrage concept that they're talking about here with XRP and WXRP. And so ultimately, it's like, so why does this exist? Because this is on the Ethereum blockchain, and so like why does this exist? Because XRP works just fine. It's blazing fast on the XRP ledger. Yes, and it's faster and cheaper to move it on the XRP ledger, but the XRP ledger doesn't do everything that a blockchain can do. It's not designed. You can't have a cryptocurrency that a blockchain that is all things to all people. That just because there's always trade-offs. If you want to be good at something, then it's going to have to be weaker somewhere else. What's it mean for security? And so XRP happens to be the best cryptocurrency on the planet specifically for payments. But here's what Crypto Eddie had to say. What is wrapped XRP? Well, here are some key points. Wrapped XRP can now be staked in liquidity pools like Uniswap and SushiSwap. So again, look, without wrapped XRP, not possible. That would not be a thing. Next. Wrapped asset pegged 1-to-1 with XRP held in reserve by custodian Hex Trust for wrap and unwrap. And so it is worth noting there that does require an additional layer of trust, because you got to trust that the custodian's not going to do anything bad. Not that I don't have any reason to think they would, but I'm just saying there is, there's counterparty risk, clearly, right? And then she also wrote, more wrapped XRP utility with other blockchains and DeFi. And so, yeah, there are other platforms that are attempting to do unique things with XRP also. You can think like Flare Network, obviously. So this is just another way. And so let the marketplace do what it does and sort it all out. So this is all good as far as I'm concerned. And then Ripple employee Matt Hamilton was commenting on this, and he wrote the following. Whilst the fastest and cheapest way to move XRP and other cryptocurrencies about is on the XRP ledger, some people want to hold or use XRP in the Ethereum ecosystem. With wrapped XRP and now the support from Binance, you have the option to do that too. And then somebody asked Matt Hamilton the following. I don't understand why anyone would want that. How much in gas fees to move to make your XRP slower? And it's a fair question. And Matt Hamilton wrote, this is true, but still people want to sometimes access services on Ethereum that might not be on other chains. And so that's true. That's why you cite here, or Binance cited here, wrapping XRP allows you to use the decentralized app ecosystem of a different blockchain and diversify your portfolio on that chain. And so there you go. That's true. So in terms of long-term viability, we'll see what lasts, but let's just watch it. It's a net plus. It's definitely a net plus. I'll go ahead and wrap up there, though. I am not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.